Hey guys, this is Chris Labash. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a bunch of things on the new Traxxas Haas. However, I did not start off with a Haas chassis. So there's a lot to go over. I'm going to try to do it really quick, but I'm sure you're going to grasp the concept of this really fast just because. So let me show you what's going on here. If you're a Traxxas driver and own a lot of vehicles, you're definitely going to know all about this. So okay, so I started out with a Traxxas Stampede, and then I wanted to build something you know, a little more a little tougher than the Stampede, but that's what I had to work with. So the first thing I did was I went out and ordered a chassis, and I ordered a Rustler Gen 2 low center gravity chassis, so just so we could bring down the height of the Stampede, and something that was lower to the ground. But now they released the Traxxas Haas, right? So of course pretty much a Haas is a Stampede chassis with all rust. Actually, it's like a bigger Stampede. That's why you see people putting the Haas body right onto the Stampedes. They'll cut out like a little section right here. So you need about 3/4 of an inch to fit the Haas body on a Stampede. But you can do it. However, I did it myself here, and I ran into a little pickle. So I bought a blank body. Let me show you what I got going on here. I painted it myself, but yeah, so everything fits on right on. So this is a longer chassis. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it does grab the it does fit right onto the Rustler chassis. In back, it slides right down, and in front, the clip is probably can go just a hair further if I remove this bumper right here. That's just a Stampede bumper, and just keep my RPM bumper on here, or just grab the Haas bumper. I would be all set. So I went out and I just I got Haas shock towers, and along with the body, because I just wanted to go with the clipless but no body pins. So now I have the clipless set up. However, every time I'm looking and ordering parts, every kit has 2 pieces missing from it. One of the kits comes with just the 2 pieces here. 1, 2. And then you get your clip, which goes right here. Let me stand you up a little bit more. There you go. So you get your clip that goes right in here. That's gonna look like. It's gonna end up looking like that. Now that's what grabs around the rear shock tower. So all you need is 2 shock towers to do this, a Haas body And these are the Stampede shock towers. The differentials are the same. The covers are the same. The only difference with the Rustler chassis and the Haas is the receiver box and the servo mount. It's actually, the Haas chassis is more, the Haas chassis is more like the Stampede. It's just 3/4 of an inch longer this way, and there's a spot to put your receiver box. There's a spot to put a bigger motor. I believe you could put a bigger motor in the Haas than you could fit. It might be, you might be able to fit a 540 motor in the Stampede. I don't know. Actually, you can't. I know you can. I had one in there. So that's all that's different. The rear bulkhead's the same. The front bulkhead is different, I believe. Probably just the servo, steering rack. I think that's just a little bit different location. And then you could put your body clips on the side for the Haas. That's about the only difference with the chassis. But the Haas chassis is this length here. So I'll give you a 3/4 of an inch example, perfect example. The Stampede drive shaft is 7 inches, I believe. I could do millimeters too, but we could do inches. And the Traxxas Haas is 7 3/8. The Stampede drive shaft is 6.5 inches. The Haas is 7 3/8. Just under 7.5 inches. So 7 3/8, which is the drive shaft that goes on the LCG Rustler. And I could still mount my, so it's already upgraded. Now I could put my receiver box right here over the servo, just like on the Rustler. I was just playing around and I moved it up to the front. No special reason, just wanted to see if I could find a way to mount it up front here, and I did. The Stampede, besides being longer, can be converted very easily to a Haas. It even comes with a new battery mount, but it does not fit in the. Maybe it does. There's hot glue in the way here. Someone that had the Stampede broke the strap right here, but I believe this will squeeze in here. No, it won't. Well, that was the problem with the Stampede. I couldn't run bigger batteries, I couldn't run bigger motor, and I couldn't run a bigger ESC. So I got rid of that chassis and started to build my conversion. My conversion is a Creighton 4S 2400 kV motor with a Hobby Wing 4S capable ESC, and I did put a new servo in this. Although I did rebuild the 2075, I bought the rebuild kit to a complete metal servo. So now it has complete metal gears in it. So I didn't even get to test that. The first issues I ran into were these shitty drive shafts. I'm not going to say shitty, but I've broken 2 drive shafts, and the main reason was I was running different shocks that were way longer than these stock guys. So they were breaking because there was a lot of droop. So the farther you droop down, the further you pull this out, and the more stress you put on your axles. And with this kind of power, with the Creighton 4S motor, with a, I think I went down to a 16 tooth pinion and a 54 horse per center diff. So I had this all done, and then all of a sudden they released the Traxxas Hoss. So I was extremely mad about that, because even though this was not expensive to do. I mean, I had the motor, I had the ESC, I have two 2S LiPo batteries, along with a ton of 3S and stuff like that. So right now I can run 4S with two 5200 milliamp. What's the discharge on these? With a 50C discharge. Now, I happened to already upgrade the whole truck before the Hoss was released, so I do have the heavy duty tie rods. And next thing I was going to show you was these, comes with, on the side of the Stampede body, you can put these clips on to hold the Hoss body in. They would be placed right here. And there's 2 little holes that come off the side over there. I am going to run them inside, so it'll be more stable, and it should actually raise up and hold the body in. We'll put the body on in 1 second. But I ordered the kit, I got the body, painted it up, which I happen to actually like this paint job. Came out good. Right now it has a little shoe glue on it. I have to get off because I did the drywall and shoe glue inside the whole chassis. However, it didn't come with all the pieces. Right now I am missing, and I cannot find, if anybody knows the part number of this that bought a Hoss, please leave it in the comments, that part number for this piece here, because I can't seem to find it right now. It's just a rear bumper cover that goes into the back of this here, the rear bumper. And so long story short, I ended up building a Traxxas Hoss. So I told myself, why not go with it? You know, get rid of the other body I had on it. We'll put the Hoss body on it, and all I needed was shock towers. So I get the kit, and it comes like this. Just make sure we're in, locked in. It comes with this piece here, which I'm not exactly sure where it goes. I believe it goes somewhere. I'm not sure, and it did not come with directions of any kind, and I do not have a Haas book. So if you guys could please leave me the part number for the rear bumper cover. We got to get this shoe glue off the body now, and yeah, I can see. I can put the body clips inside here, and it actually, because the Rustler chassis is a little bit lower, runs a little bit lower. Also, this won't just stay together.
Didn't she smack you 5 years ago?
Smacking dumbasses ain't a federal offense.
Bank robbery is. And I really only got away from it. I stole $5,000.
Talking about the same Riley North bank robbery.
She just disappeared. Completely off the grid. She just ceased to be.
You're shitting. She wasn't the type.
I agree.
So a Haas is pretty much a hopped up
Her family that's brutally murdered doesn't just up and take 50 large.
Rustler,
Got my attention.
but they put a bigger motor, the 540 can motor in there, and that's why I'm running. It's still 2400 kV with a 16 or 17 tooth pinion, 54 spur gear with the center diff, and the weights are, right now I'm running I believe 30 in the back diff, 7,500 in the center, and 75 in the front diff, and that seems to be working out just fine. Right now the mesh it's a little tight right now. It's because all the stuff I've been moving around and taking out the diffs, and I haven't set up a proper mesh yet. But if you buy the battery strap kit, the shock towers, and so it's easier to go from a Rustler to a Haas than it is to go from a Stampede to a Haas. Just because it all comes down to the battery tray size, the motor size, and
we don't exactly know what she was doing. What we do know is that she arrived in LA 3 months ago.
this ride's a little bit lower, so this might handle better than even the Haas is right now, as you can see how low that sits. With the body on, I think I'm gonna remove this front bumper here, so we can get a better look at the body. I think the body looks good.
What's today's date?
It's December 21st.
So you're supposed to close this. Oh, the battery cable's in the way.
The stuff wrapped around you is dead cord. Explosive rope. You can cut through anything with this. Cut through trees, cut through concrete.
And why it's
Corrupt
making
judges.
it difficult to do, I'm not quite sure yet. It's because I don't think I have all the parts for this. I'm obviously missing something. Pain in the ass to get in. It's actually easier to take it out and go from the inside of the body to put this clip on.
Knowing that
This way.
there's nothing you can do about it.
And that way it can snap around the rear chassis.
You didn't serve justice, John.
Slide the front end, pick this up, put that down, and we are locked in. Now it came with this. The these I bought separately. Did not come with that. And the rooftop skid plates I had to buy separately along with the rest of the cage on the inside. Now I can't find the, it did come with the lock. I just don't know where I put it. And I did buy the rear bumper without a wheelie bar, but I do have one that I could easily just put on, or I could just go grab the Haas wheelie bar. It would just be 2 screws right here, and then be these two to take this piece off, and this will pop right in the back of the diff, so you can run the regular wheelie bar. Dropping more pieces. So the most expensive part was the center diff. With the batteries in, it definitely got heavier. Like, I didn't think it was gonna sit that low. I might have to change shock oil in that for sure. It could be nice though also. Nice chassis slap when dropped. It is pretty dampening. There might already be about 50 weight in these shocks. But it is starting to sag down with all this weight. Yeah, we're definitely gonna bring this up a little bit higher. So our clearance to the ground is tape measure. It's probably about rustler height. With these tires, there's 2 inches of clearance. I didn't put the wheelie bar on because I believe this will do standing back flips. With this pinion spur and I bought a 25 milligram servo, and these are the new tires from Traxxas, the C2s, 6 packs. They are belted. They're belted tires. However, another thing, please add into the comments. The only way to tighten these wheel nuts is to use a pair of needle nose pliers, which you can't get the tire tight enough. Alright, a socket with these rims does not fit in for a 17 mil. This is 17 mil silver socket, not even an impact, will not go in. Your tool does not fit in. A wrench does not fit in. The only thing I can do is tighten this like this. As tight as I can get it, which I am not happy about at all. Just because it feels a little loose. So if you know how to tighten these 17 mils on these tires, please leave it in the comments, because otherwise I'm gonna have to make a special tool. Like literally have to Dremel down a 17 millimeter socket to fit in here. Their bead lock, that did nothing for me. I took that off. There's little nuts right here around the tire. But if I take that off and pop it out, honestly, that's probably the only way I could do it. That's probably the only way I could tighten this tire.
Told you not to speak to strangers.
And I have not tried that yet. It just looks like one piece. I do not believe that that center will come out. We could try it. I do not have a socket small enough. It's smaller than a 4mm, and it's smaller than a 3/16.
I'm gonna need you to stand still, please.
So, I mean, that's pretty much all it goes down to for sockets. So once again, I will probably be using a set of needle nose pliers to loosen these nuts.
Do I have your attention? I want you to take your boy Christmas shopping. I want you to give him the time of his life.
Which doesn't work out either. It's like you need specialty tools for these tires.
Say it again.
So get back to me about that. We will have a run video. This also is completely upgraded. We have RPM arms all the way around, RPM bumper. We have the thicker tie rod ends all the way around. We have metal drive shafts, and we also have metal Traxxas C-cups. And in the back we don't have metal C-cups, we have RPM plastic C-cups. Those work out well. So I bought the bumper. The differentials are the same. The only thing that's different, if you have a Stampede and you want to make a Haas, you're gonna have to buy pretty much all of this: chassis, front bulkhead, rear bulkhead, and shock towers if you want to put the Haas body on. Now that's just for the body, the shock towers and the body itself. But if you want to put the Stampede body back on, you should be fine. And like I said before, it's easier to make a Rustler into a Haas than a Stampede into a Haas. But this is actually the chassis height of the Haas. So it's almost I'm thinking about just making a Rustler and buying a Haas chassis, which is $20 on eBay, and putting all this into it, and then come back and make another Rustler. Or another Stampede. I'll have two chassis. I could choose which one I want to do. So that's the only question I have is, am I missing parts for this rear setup? What's left? This, and I have this, which goes in here, and I have the lock and that one other little tiny piece, which I believe fell on the ground. That's what the kit came with. So obviously I'm missing parts in this kit, and we'll have to email them and have them send me out another kit ASAP. I bought the top rails. What else did I get? and the rest of the inner cage, because the inner cage does go from here to here. So I bought that centerpiece. I haven't put the Haas stickers on the side or the windows or anything, because yeah, I painted this myself and I think I did a pretty mean job with it. I was thinking about taking this sticker off because it's blue under here. It's not black. This kind of just ties it all in though. And I used headlight stickers and taillight stickers. That's the only ones I used. What I have left is right here. So what I have left to use is all of these. 2 Haas stickers on each side, or just one, maybe somewhere. And I could put the windows in, but I didn't like the way the windows looked, and I wanted it to, to be custom. So I painted it myself, and I had it up for sale, but now that it's like all done, I don't think I'm gonna be selling it, because I know once I take pictures of this and put it up there, I might trade it away for something else that I really want, but I don't know if I'll be selling it. So my intention is to bring this ride height back up. Now for that we have a ton of shock setups. I'll tell you what I'm definitely going to be putting. Until I get better drive shafts, I'm probably going to be putting these on the rear, these aluminum shocks, and I'm probably going to be putting the Creighton shocks, the front on the Creighton shocks on the front. And that'll raise the height. Or I can go super extreme and put these Creighton 4S aluminum shocks, and that would set me up very, very high, and we would have a ton of droop. So I don't think I'll be able to use shocks this big on it, but we will be playing with that. I also went around and tried all 4 Emax or Emax shocks all the way around, because there was a little more travel in them. I mean, they're about the same length, they're a little bit longer, but there's more travel. So you have more suspension travel in the car. However, these are older shocks, and the newer ones are just better. They don't leak. Yeah, so that is my Traxxas Haas rebuild. If you guys know about the oh, and these will be going on the inside here. I think I showed you that already. So hold the body even a little bit tighter on the Stampede, on the Haas body. They're out here. So obviously his chassis is a little bit wider. because they go right here. That's how they sit on the Haas chassis. So if you guys want to leave a comment and say, Chris, your truck looks like a Rustler, I'll go out and buy the Haas chassis, so it'll be everything the same as a Haas except super upgraded. ESC, Hobby Wing, 120 amp. The Creighton 4S motor is a beast, and
You have a crime analysis department, right?
I have two 2S lipos ready to plug in. If we could just fix the, maybe I'll loosen the gear mesh a little bit. We'll get it going. And I can show you guys what it sounds like. At least sounds in here. I'll be able to go outside and run it tonight. Don't have any lights on it. But I can tell that this is a tight fit. Also, if you guys have any questions or want to make a conversion build, please leave a comment in, and I'll get right back to you. I'm trying not to make this video too long because then everybody just doesn't like watching it, but I do want to show you how this runs as soon as I find a 2.5
Maybe she's expecting us to send everybody to the lab.
so I can change this here. We'll pull the motor out, we'll quiet it down a little bit. Okay, that's pretty much missing it. So we'll bring it in a little bit tighter. Sorry, I don't want to get in your way. Oop, that's gonna be too tight.
System tracks reported crime in real time. From that data, we determine where to send our resources, stop option shredding.
That sounds good.
Areas of higher violent crime than expected.
Besides tonight,
Going back a few weeks, are there any areas that stand out?
just can't predict where she'll turn up next.
Like, tell me where she's been. Everywhere she goes, people get dead. She has to be living somewhere. Maybe I can locate where she's been staying with the base of operations, kind of that way.
And I also have the shocks almost all the way out.
Nothing.
So if
No
I
sector
pull those in,
stands out.
this will definitely raise the
No abnormal
chassis
search
up.
weapons
And I have a ton of shocks that were,
anywhere. I was impressed.
at first they were a little bit too big.
Oh, you want to see something really interesting? I was looking
I believe these are 100 millimeter.
lit up with support for her. She's a multiple homicide.
I know that these are 110 and the front are 105.
Zoom
And these are
in. Why does it look safe and better?
these are almost as big as my 6S.
Has it always been like that? You keep the data, right?
So that's 130. These I think are 100. These are 120 milligrams whole. So let me know what you guys think about shocks, what shock setup I should go with. That last turn always tightens your motor up a little bit further. But I think we have a good mesh right now. It is loud. Diff is good, the front diff is good. Oh, let's plug her in and see what we got. You guys are on top of the Traxxas remote. We'll just keep you up there.
What's that? Multiple reports of an explosion. Fire industrial warehouse down.
I'll be switching that blue one over to an orange.
We didn't talk about a hunch. What? Radios are lighting up. What happened? Downtown warehouse exploded. Is it her again?
Is that 4?
Is it on the list of Garcia locations you got from Narco?
Most of the time for us. And let's get this off the ground.
They're probably just busy. There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, right. By the way, Bigfoot says hi.
So we don't hit anything. Well, this will be the first test run after I did the body. Oh yeah, you guys are the remote. I keep forgetting that. This is the servo. Nice and fast. Set the endpoint. So, Traxxas Haas is done. Started putting the body clips on. And yeah, didn't work out. I just wanted to show you guys a quick run of the Haas on 4S with belted tires. Even the belted tires are ballooning, and also I vented them on the outside. She sounds mean, guys. That servo in there is nice. So yeah, I painted this body myself. I think it looks way cooler than the Haas, and I just got done with the shoe glue and tape job. But I believe they are missing parts with this. All I have left for parts for this is this piece here. This guy here goes under here and screws together. Well, this has a mark on it, so that's going to sit a certain way. But I think it wants you to put 2 screws in it on both sides. That's weird because this one's already almost all the way through. Only get a couple threads in. So you want to probably put this together so. And shock wise, we have a ton of options. It's just everything's a little bit too tall, but right now it's sitting extremely low because it's the low center of gravity chassis. This is not a Haas chassis, it just has everything else Haas. But yeah, I put the so it has the Creighton 4S motor. It is 2400 kV, so it's the same as the Haas. They just released. I did this build before the Haas existed. So pretty much all I needed was shock towers and a body, and I kind of found a way to move the receiver box up here, although it does sit right here across the Rustler servo. I just wanted access to the servo whenever I wanted, so that's why I moved this and kind of just made my own thing here. I mean, I just put a screw in the front. This hole is doing nothing, it was empty, so I put the screw in the front there, and then whenever we buy a servo we get a ton of these little plastic things that we do nothing with, and this one's held up flush against the wall here so it can't turn, and I just ran a screw off of the other hole. So I put a screw in here with a piece that does nothing, and then I mounted a screw here with one of those little plastic servos that come in the package that we never get to use. So I kind of took the hole from here and it measured up there, so that's how I was able to move the servo up to the front. If you guys want to do that on your Rustler for any reason, just gives you more room right here. There's it's not wired, it's just wired up just to run right now. I still got a lot more to do, but before it was tucked right against the ESC, and just in case, you know, now that I put this up here, I could probably get a bigger ESC in here, so it could be going from 120 amps to 150 if I wanted to. It does have the heavy duty diffs. I already put the heavy duty diffs in. It does have the center diff with the plastic back case so far. It does have all the upgrades up front, and tie rods, and drive shaft, which this drive shaft is actually the same exact length as the Haas. The Stampede drive shaft is short. What else? Yeah, so that's about it, guys. We're about ready to do a short run tomorrow morning. Did I turn everything off? Remote's on, and ESP is still on, but sounding pretty good. I could tell you right now, that thing is already gonna haul ass. I mean, motor's gonna stay cool. I do have optional fan if I want to throw that on there. Wheelie bar if I want to throw that on there. And then I don't know why I put that servo in and the TSM stopped working. So right now it's on 100. nothing. Do I have to reset the remote to factory default, or does anybody know how to set the TSM up on the remote? I do not have a Bluetooth piece in. I sold that one. And what I do have though is a FlySky receiver. I forgot about this one sitting here. So I could run my FlySky remote on all my cars. That'll be number 3 on there. But anyway, guys, this was Crystal Bash. If you want to see the run tomorrow, and I think I'm going without the wheelie bar. And last but not least, please comment about the piece that goes on the back bumper here, the 3 holes. I can't find it. Can you look in your Haas book and get me a part number, please? I have the roof rack coming and the rest of this interior coming, but it does not come with that back bumper piece, and I can't find it anywhere. And then last but not least, I'm running the side guards on the side of the chassis. They run them like this, but the Rustler chassis is a little bit wider, so I will be running mine on the inside. Let's do it on this side, right next to the ESC and battery, like this. And that should hold the body in nice and super tight. But either they forgot to send all the parts, or I'm gonna go look right after this video. But if you guys know of the part number of the rear bumper for the Haas body, I already have the roof rack coming and the inner piece for the body coming. I can't find the bumper, so please leave a part number on the bottom. And tomorrow we'll be doing a run video of the super beefed up Traxxas Haas, and we'll probably have different shocks on her tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put these on the back, and I'm gonna put probably the rears on the front, because I got the dropsies tonight. These are about, let's say about, these are 110 mil, and these are probably, I think, 90. About 10 millimeter difference, or 20 mil. Alright, so please subscribe so we can go live. Let's hit that 100 subscriber mark, and then you know, we could bring in all the conversation about this, and what else we could do with the trucks. And I believe this thing's going to be a monster. I'm also probably going to bring out the Outcast 6S. So please like and comment about the clip for the back here, please. Thank you. This is Crystal Bash. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just did a proper way to vent your tires, so if you guys want to check that out also. Even though these are belted, they always come out perfect. You could I even left the belted part in there. You can cut it out so perfect you don't need to worry about the foam. Don't ever use a drill bit. If anything, the soldering iron is your second best option, but stay tuned for tomorrow, guys. The super upgraded Traxxas Haas is going to be flying. So This is Crystal Bash. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other videos, the tech videos. If you guys want any videos made specifically for you about shocks or about anything, differential fluids, and what kind of power you're running. So I'm open to make anybody a video, and if you subscribe, anything you need. Got a ton of cars. Just rebuilt my mini E-Revo. I'm gonna bust this beauty out for a second. That has a ton of upgrades on it. A ton of upgrades. Pretty much everything you can do. So anything you want to see about this, I have videos about all the diffs and all the tie rods, links. This is on 3S also. Runs on 3S all day, no problems. All the way aluminum hubs all the way around. This guy has everything you can get done to it, so any questions about that I will answer for you also. But please subscribe, and please leave a ton of comments, and thank you. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. Later, guys.